G'day guys and welcome to Primal Waters. Today's video we're going to be talking a little about an incident that took place over the weekend. We're going to dive in a little bit more into Western Australia. But those of you who haven't heard, there was another fatal incident that took place in Western Australia over the weekend. Another great white shark. A swimmer was swimming and he was taken by what witnesses have said it was a fairly large great white shark. Now I'm looking at the story here. I think this is an ABC one. I'm not too sure. No, it's from The Sun. Western Australian shark attack investigations takes grim turn. I will post the link for some of these stories in the description bar down below, so obviously you guys can check them out. All you got to do is Google it anyway. And you can find them, but I will share this one here. I'm not too sure why in this story there at some stage they're actually talking about that a tiger shark was responsible for this. I've never heard of tiger sharks going that far down in the waters of Perth. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section down below if you're from WA and you have seen tiger sharks in the waters around Perth, but most people are referring to the shark that was responsible for this incident as being a great white shark. So far this year in Australia, there has been 3 fatal incidents. One in Western Australia and 2 in New South Wales, and all 3 of those are great white sharks have been responsible for those. So obviously, very sad story. Obviously, thoughts go out to the family and stuff. Obviously, I'm trying not to show the image of the person, but a lot of witnesses saw this incident take place. If it wasn't for, there was a couple of young lads on a dinghy who warned the rest of the swimmers to get out of the water after this incident took place. So it's very sad. So Port Beach, we'll go to Google Earth. Here's Australia, Western Australia over here. I always like to point out the story about Shark Alpha, which is around this area here, if you know about Shark Alpha. Great Australian Bight, South Australia here. All this coastline is pretty rugged, not too little population, little small towns that dot the coastline along here. A lot of good surfing, fishing, you name it. But also home to the great white shark. Over here in Perth, I think in Western Australia they had 7 sharking incidents that took place in 2020. 2020 in Australia was probably one of the worst bad years for sharks incidents in Australia. I think before that it was 2016, and there was quite a few in WA, but yeah, Perth. So Port Beach, which is just a little bit north Fremantle. Well, it's North Fremantle along this area, along here. Is that area, the beach. So you got Rockness Island. Can you actually believe at one stage they used to have a competition in Western Australia where they had, I can't remember if it was swimmers used to swim from Rockness Island back to Perth or Perth over to Rockness Island. They ended up, I'm pretty sure they stopped doing that a few years back because of the recent shark incidents taking place around Perth and that. But that is the area. We'll just look at some of the shark stats. I'll just say stats. For 2021, this is on the Tauranga Conservation Society webpage. So 2021 reports, New South Wales, unprovoked incidents, 6. 2 of those were fatal. 3, there was an injury, and 1 uninjured. Western Australia, remember this is 2021. They've had 6. Obviously, that'll be 7 now, with 1 fatal, 5 injured. So as you can see here, we'll go back to 2020, which was a pretty bad year in Australia. New South Wales, 8, 2 were fatal. Western Australia, 7, and 3 of those were fatal. I'm pretty sure all 3 of those were great white. Maybe 2 great whites, and I think one was up north in Broome. That was a tiger shark. We'll go to 2016. I think was a really bad year. Another bad year. Not really. Yeah. 5 in WA. 8. But WA had 2 fatal. I'll try 2012. Yeah, same again. Now, if you can start to see WA here, and there is an article. Here we go. This is an article back in 2012. WA's southwest coast becomes world's deadliest for shark incidents. So I'll put a link for this one down there as well. So we'll just go back to the map. Western Australia. This area here. Very bad incidents. Let's go back. Yeah, so 2012 they had 2. And that's as far as it goes back. 2013, 1. There was 4 incidents. 2014, WA. New South Wales, there were 2. Now, when you look at New South Wales, South Australia, WA, Victoria, Tasmania, the main culprit is great whites. Anything like bull sharks, tiger sharks would be Queensland, Northern Territory. Sometimes New South Wales. New South Wales borders into Queensland, so 2015, 14. 1 fatal. 2 in WA again. 2016, 5 and 2. 6 in WA. 7. I don't think. Yeah. 2019, there was no fatals. So we're actually, at this point in time now, we're actually reaching summer here in Australia. So a lot more people are going to be hitting the beaches and stuff like that. Another thing that I talked about as well is the wild migrations. I think they started back in April. You got southern right whales that head to the southern parts of Australia in the Great Australian Bight to give birth to calves. The humpback whales, they follow the coastline up to warmer waters on the west coast and also on the east coast as well. So November is the time when the humpback whales and southern right whales start to migrate back to the southern waters, the cooler waters. And this is the time when these whales obviously have given birth to their calves and they head back to cooler waters and they kind of hug the coastline all the way back to protect their calves. And this time, I've seen a lot of articles about the connection with shark incidents, especially in Western Australia and New South Wales, at the time when whales are migrating back to cooler waters. Obviously, they've got their calves, and great whites also prey on whale calves as well. So you probably will find that there will be a lot of white shark activity this time of year, leading up to summer. But I'm not an expert. That's just something I read up onto. So if I'm wrong, obviously let me know in the comment section down below. But that's what I've read on, when I do a little bit of research and stuff. So I know that the whales are migrating south, and they're migrating with their calves. And we do know that great whites, adult great whites, do hunt wild calves, and there has been actual video evidence of that. And if I can find that video, I will link that in the description bar down below, so and you can see that there's some proof of that happening. So very sad news about that, but it just shows you that the risk is there if you go in the waters, but it's pretty sad news. So I feel really bad for the families, and that it just seems that Western Australia at the moment is just is an area that could be risky at this time of year. There's my page. So all right, guys, that's it for this video. I just wanted to share that to you, for those of you. Sorry, that's my pager. Share this story to you guys who are overseas in the US and stuff, that are interested in great white sharks. Now, I talk about this. I'm not like bagging great white sharks and that. We all know the risk when we go to the water. They don't. They obviously don't target us, but sometimes if you're in the wrong spot at the wrong time, it's just unfortunate. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment down below, hit that like button, share this video. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.